How are we doing today, guys? Thank you once again for joining me on Viper9 Toy Videos. Today, I have from Boss Fight Studios the Banran Shi. I think that's how it's said. If not, I apologize. He is a big bad toy store exclusive Vitruvian hack figure. Hack stands for the Highly Articulated Character Kit System. If I've done a couple videos on hacks before, this one here I'm super excited for. It has been 2 years on pre-order, but I know Boss Fight does that to make sure that these figures are as good as possible from their factory. So we try to have as minimal issues as possible. On the back, it has this great still shot of the Hobgoblin. Nice little character art right there as from the front of the box. And then a great background on that character. Then it does have the great little breakdown of everyone involved. Credits Patty Lennon for these bios, so I'm going to give him a huge shout out because I have always loved his bios. It paints a beautiful world, I'm going to say. Paints a beautiful picture for a world. But here real quick, let's go ahead and get these guys off the card. These guys do have collector packaging, so you don't have to worry about cutting bubbles or anything like that. You can just go ahead and slide them right out like so. I always like that Vitruvian man art right there on the card. Go ahead and get that popped out. And then it does have a double tray. On the back side, it has an extra set of hands. Looks like they're open hands. Let's go ahead and pop that out. Yeah, so they're a little bit open hands. More of a reaching out to scratch you type thing. But they do also have this awesome looking axe. Whoops. That just kind of went flying right out of there. Let's see if we can't track that down real quick. There we go. It didn't go far. But unfortunately, the camera did go out of focus with that fly. So that there is just a beautiful looking weapon. Rugged, very sharp edges on it. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that weapon quite a bit. I believe this is a new weapon for Boss Fight. I have a lot of their figures. I have fallen behind a little bit on my collection, but I don't believe either of these weapons that come with this Hobgoblin have been used before. And then he does come with 2 heads. He comes with a little bit of an Angry Boy head right there. I really dig that. His head sculpt, the ears. You can see he's got piercings there on his ear. On both sides. Double ball joint neck. So the Boss Fight Studio does have the double ball joint neck. Just awesome. Ooh, is that feeling a little... That's a little tight. A little scary for me. Might have to go hit him underneath a little bit of heat. Just to kind of loosen him up. But it shouldn't take much. Then he does have the mid-chest swivel right there, as well as kind of a waist turn with the way that these guys are designed. The hip articulation is always really good. And then the new added thigh swivel on the Boss Fight figures. I think they did that just this last year. And then double jointed knees. And then this guy here will have the rocker ankles. Beautiful looking paint deco on this guy. The white ribs coming out. A little bit of bony right there. Go ahead and get these arms back down. There we go. Then the elbow articulation is just pretty basic on these guys. But then they do also have wrist rockers. He does have wrist rockers, right? Oh yeah, so vertical on this one. Looks like vertical on both, actually, on the wrist rockers. And then, as you can see right here on this skirt, he does come with a little hole to add the tail. What I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to go ahead and maybe pop him apart there at the waist. I'm going to pop this skirt up. It's one thing, if you've ever watched some of my videos on Boss Fight before, the amount of customization on these figures, you know, and being able to tear them apart and swap the parts around is just absolutely amazing. So we go ahead and get that tail just popped right in there. Mounts to that cod piece. Get that back on. Get that ball joint back on, and boom, just like that, he has a tail. And this mace, taking a look at this mace. Okay, so it is a reused handle, but it is a new mace head. And what that is that's modular as well. You go ahead and maybe, because that mace is sharp, see, you could go ahead and pop that apart as a coupler right here. So they've done several different heads for the mace handle throughout the years. You know, your standard ball mace and spear tips and everything like that. But this one here, so yeah, I really dig the reuse of that modular design. And once again, these guys have quite an edge on them. But go ahead and get that dropped in this Hobgoblin's hand. Yeah, I dig this guy. I dig this guy quite a bit. I'm going to say I think he was well worth the wait on that one. I know a lot of people were starting to get a little edgy, but I mean, Big Bad Toy Store, they don't charge you until your pre-orders actually come out, so it's not like that money was really gone. You hadn't paid for him yet. Oh, one thing. So this guy does use some of the zombie upper torso. And what's really rad about that, I've shown it in other videos, is they actually add the cuts. Let's see if I can't get this guy to... So there you saw it kind of stick a little bit. I don't think I have another edged weapon here, but you can get edged weapons. You can actually get them to stick inside these cuts here. So this one here is a little bit deeper. And he used to have one on the thigh, but I think that got taken away with the new thigh swivels with these new legs. But that's one thing that I really dig about this particular design of this zombie upper torso, is where you can actually bury the weapons into them and have it stick. Oh, that's different haircuts too on the two different heads. So this guy has a short haircut where the other one has a little bit longer hair. So yeah, that's two different Hobgoblins. Sweet. Sweet. That means I'm going to have to buy another one to army build these guys. But right there, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it with hit that like, smash that follow if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.